चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। है कठिन डगर चलो तुम मगर, है हजारों गम न करो फिकर। तेरी राह का कण कण बनेगा कंचन के एक दिन देखना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। क्यों उदास हो है दुखी ये मन, क्यों दुखी ये मन है थके चरण। चलो लेके मन में आस, नए विश्वास की शुभ कामना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। आह्वान सुनो आह्वान, जागे नव प्राण है सपने। मिलकर चलो मिलकर मेरे साथी मेरे अपने। आह्वान सुनो आह्वान, जागे नव प्राण ये सपने। मिलकर चलो मिलकर मेरे साथी मेरे अपने। चुनकर नव युग की नई किरणें, अब नई ज्योत जगे हर घर में। यात्रा नए हलचल नए अरमान नई अग्नि। अंबर नया अंबर नई धरती सजे अपनी। यात्रा नए हलचल नए अरमान नई अग्नि। अंबर नया अंबर नई धरती सजी अपनी। जो झूमे अधरों पे मुस्कान आई है, हमने वो पाई है करके बलिदान। आह्वान सुनो आह्वान, जागे नव प्राण है सपने। मिलकर चलो मिलकर मेरे साथी मेरे अपने। आह्वान सुनो आह्वान, जागे नव प्राण ये सपने। मिलकर चलो मिलकर मेरे साथी मेरे अपने। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, तुम्हें है चलना। न रुको अगर रोके तुम्हें पथ पे कोई छलना। न रुको अगर रोके तुम्हें पथ पे कोई छलना। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही। चलो भोर के राही, ओ हम राही, ओ हम राही।
Namaste, my dear brothers and sisters. The love and blessings of the Mother and Sri Aurobindo to all of you from Sri Aurobindo Ashram Delhi branch. This beautiful devotional song, which looked a bit like soldiers being encouraged to continue marching. And the journey of yoga is also, in a way, a sort of a battle with the enemies within more than an enemy outside. The various preoccupations that we have at the level of the mind, the habitual inclinations and negativities and desires and passions and ambitions and so on. Uh, so the traveler on the path of yoga, who is a fellow traveler, is being encouraged to continue marching. Yes, the path is difficult, but why lose heart? Uh, retain your faith, and the end result is going to be that smile. So, in fact, in a way, within these few minutes, the entire journey from starting, getting tired, uh, losing patience, till getting that beatific smile has been covered in these few minutes. And then, of course, acknowledge that that beatific smile is the result of all that the person gave up willingly, voluntarily, cheerfully, without it feeling like something being given up, because the person was confident that the end result is worthwhile. This, in a way, reflects the type of path a person with a sattvic tendency might fall. As the Gita says, in sattva, the beginning is bitter. Initially, it is bitter, but the aftertaste, the end result is sweet. In contrast with rajas, which has a sweet initial taste or experience, the form of all types of fleeting and fragile pleasures, but the end result is bitter. So, this is the journey of a person on the path of yoga with sattvic tendencies, starting with something that appears to be difficult and a journey that seems to be unending, but eventually leading to a result that is worthwhile. And the result doesn't necessarily mean reaching the goal, because every step taken on the path sincerely brings us a byproduct, more and more of health and happiness and peace of mind, a sense of fulfillment, things which we are looking for. Today's session is a practical class for the elderly. And the special feature of this class would be that it is a short class, because sometimes, one doesn't have the standard 1 hour available. So when less time is available, how is it that we can do it? Not that it will provide any strict guidelines about exactly how it should be done if there's only about half an hour available. One can uh, sort of be guided by the type of elderly people we have, those who are new, or those who have been doing it for quite some time, those who are healthy, or those who have some diseases. And then within the group, one will have to keep in mind those who can do the least difficult practices. So even if there are a few who can do something more difficult, you would avoid it. But if you are on your own doing it all alone, then the best is to listen to your body and try and do what you think will be right for you. And if there is any conflict in your mind, it's better to make a mistake on the side of doing less or making the practice less strenuous rather than more. Because it's always better to be wise before the event rather than after the event. After damage has been done, then there's no point thinking that maybe I shouldn't have done it. It's better to be wiser before the event, because that type of damage will come unannounced without a warning. So, with that little introduction, let's see how it can do a reasonable set of practices which will keep the person fit even in a time which is only around half an hour. Suppose you have for the class just 30 minutes available instead of the usual standard 1 hour. And the group of students in front of you consists of elderly people. So what are the type of practices that you would select and how you would fit them into the time available? That's what we shall see. I have with me today not an elderly student but a young student, Arpita. But then it's quite easy for a young person to do the practices meant for the elderly, although it will not be always possible to do it the other way around. So that's what we shall see in this session today, how to fit the practices which most elderly people can do easily within half an hour and still have a top-to-toe workout. Please sit down comfortably in a meditative posture. Close your eyes and we'll start with a prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palms. Cup the palms and place them in front of the eyes without actually touching the eyes. Bring the hands down slowly along the body, return to a meditative posture. Open your eyes with a few blinks. We'll start with the warm-up. Loosening of hands and fingers. The wrists up and down. Sideways. Rotation. Rotation in the opposite direction. Okay? Loosening of the neck. Please look left and right slowly without a jerk. Okay. Now we'll do the up and down movement of the head. Be particularly careful while taking the head down, and if you have a problem with the neck like cervical spondylosis, chronic neck pain, then avoid the downward movement altogether. Okay. Up and down movements slowly without a jerk. Sideward bends. Okay. Loosening of the knees. Let me face this side now. Lift one of the legs up. Bring it back. The other side. Change the leg, rotation at the knee joint. Opposite direction. The other side. Opposite direction. Okay. Loosening of the hips, one leg at a time. And bring it down. You can place one of the hands above the on the top. Okay, continue. The other side. Keep the other leg straight. Okay. Come to a meditative posture and stand up slowly. Hands in and out breathing. Take the arms forwards. Inhale as you take the arms to the side. Exhale as you bring them back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hand stretch breathing. Bring the arms in front of the chest. Inhale as you take the arms forwards. Exhale as you bring them back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The same movement, taking the arms to an angle of 135 degrees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 180 degrees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You bring the hands down. For the elderly, we'll skip the ankle stretch breathing because in that there's a possibility of losing the balance and you don't want the elderly persons to fall. So we can avoid that altogether. Now we'll go to traditional asanas, starting with a simple variation of Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Feet a little apart, a little further apart, about 1 foot apart. Take one of the arms up slowly. When the arm is horizontal, turn the hand around. Continue the upward movement. When the arm touches the ear, give yourself a stretch and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back slowly. Once again, when the arm is horizontal, turn the hand around. Continue the downward movement. Feel the changes in the arm. The other side. Take the arm up slowly. Turn the hand around. Continue the upward movement. When the arm touches the ear, give yourself a stretch and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back slowly. Feel the changes in the arm. Chakrasana or the spinal twist in the standing position. Feet a little further apart. Arms horizontal. Take a breath in, deep breath in. Exhale as you turn to one side. If you have turned right, look at the right hand. If you turn left, look at the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale as you come back slowly. Exhale as you turn again to the other side. Look at the hand on the same side to which you have turned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back slowly. Bring the arms down. In the elderly, we would avoid Utkatasana, the chair pose. And now go to Shavasana. Please relax in Shavasana. Please lie down. If your head is not on the mat, you can slip a little forwards, further down, so that your head is entirely on the mat. Feet a little apart, hands a little away from the body, palms facing palms facing upwards, eyes closed, slow and deep breathing. As you breathe in, the abdomen moves out. As you breathe out, the abdomen moves in. We will not do Prishtabhumi Tadasana because that will get incorporated in the Naukasana if we do later on, or otherwise we can even skip it altogether because the arms have already been stretched, the body has been stretched in Trikonasana. And we'll also skip Meru Vakrasana because the spine has already been twisted in the Kati Chakrasana in the standing position. So we'll go to the basic postures in lying down, that is Setubandhasana and its counter pose, Pavan Muktasana. These are two that we should stick to, and if we have time available, then we can do a couple of more of these practices. So we'll go to Setubandhasana or the bridge pose. Feet close together, hands close to the body, palms facing down, bend the legs. Separate the legs by a short distance, a little more, so that the feet are the same distance apart as the shoulders. Hands a little closer to the body. Take the legs also a little further back so that the heels move a little closer to the hips. Now lift yourself up in the middle as much as you can and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale as you come down slowly. Relax in Shavasana.
Slow and deep breathing. As you breathe in, the abdomen moves out. As you breathe out, the abdomen moves in. Pavan Muktasana, the counter pose for the previous one, that is, bring the feet close together, bend the legs, encircle the legs with your arms. Try to take the thighs as close to the abdomen as you can, and if you do not have a problem with the back or the neck, if you have no back pain or neck pain, try to bring the face as close to the knees as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the clasp and come back slowly to Shavasana. In the elderly, you need not even insist on taking the legs up and coming down slowly. Without taking the legs up much, they can just straighten the legs and come to Shavasana. Slow and deep breathing. As you breathe in, the abdomen moves out. As you breathe out, the abdomen moves in. Now we'll get up using a safe and gentle process. Bring the feet close together. Take the left arm overhead. The right hand on the abdomen. Bend the right leg at the knee. Pressing the right foot against the mat. Turn to the left hand side. Bring the right head down to the mat. Using the support of both the hands, sit up slowly. Come to a meditative posture and relax. Vajrasana or the Thunderbolt posture. Leave about 2/3 of the mat in front of you and 1/3 behind. Vajrasana. Inhale as you take the arms up. Stretch. Exhale as you come down to Shashankasana or the rabbit pose. Inhale as you take the arms up. Exhale as you return to Vajrasana. Position for Ustrasana or the camel pose. Feet a little apart. Place the hands on the hips and bend backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale as you come back slowly to Parvatasana or the mountain pose. Try to go a little further back. Give yourself a little backward push. No, don't move the arms. Just give yourself a backward push so that you are as close to an inverted V as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down slowly to Makarasana or the crocodile pose. Feet a little further apart. Slow and deep breathing. As you breathe in, the abdomen presses against the mat. Bhujangasana or the cobra pose. Feet close together, hands near the shoulders, forehead on the mat. Lift the head and the shoulders and the chest up slowly as you inhale. Let the abdomen stay in contact with the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale as you come down slowly back to Makarasana or the crocodile pose. Feet a little apart. Slow and deep breathing. As you breathe in, the abdomen presses against the mat. Bhujangasana or the cobra pose was for the upper back. Now we'll do Shalavasana, which is for the lower back. But to make it easier, we'll do one leg at a time. Feet close together. Take the arms back towards the legs. Palms facing upwards. Close the fists. Let the chin stay in contact with the mat. Don't lift the head. Place the closed fists under the thighs, a little towards the inside of the thighs. Take one of the legs up slowly, the chin staying in contact with the mat. Don't bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg down slowly. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg down slowly. Relax in Makarasana or the crocodile pose. Feet close together, hands near the shoulders. Get up slowly, taking the support of both the hands and good. Go back a little like that. That helps in providing a counter pose to the previous two asanas. Full yogic breathing. One hand on the chest, one on the abdomen. As you inhale, move from the abdomen upwards up to the shoulders. And as you exhale, come down from the shoulders back to the abdomen. While breathing in, count mentally from 1 to 5. While breathing out, count mentally from 10 backwards to 1. Okay? Inhale. At the end of the current cycle, you may bring your hands down to a meditative posture and resume natural breathing. Alternate nostril breathing. Fold the two fingers just next to the thumb. Now take the hand towards the nose. The nose will fit snugly between the thumb and the ring finger. Just a little movement of the thumb and you'll be able to block the right nostril. Just a little movement of the ring finger and you'll be able to block the left nostril. Block the right nostril. Breathe out through the left, in through the left, block the left, out through the right, in through the right, block the right, out through the left, in through the left, block the left, out through the right, in through the right, block the right, out through the left, in through the left, block the left, out through the right, in through the right, block the right, out through the left, Continue like that at your own pace. Maintain a slow and uniform pace. Slow and gentle breathing without making any sounds. Avoid bending the neck forwards. After you breathe out through the left nostril the next time, you may stop the practice, release the mudra, come to a meditative posture and resume natural breathing. In an elderly group, some of them are likely to have at least one of the contraindications to Kapalabhati, and therefore we can skip that and go from here to the relaxing pranayama Bhramari, for which there is no contraindication. Bhramari consists of a deep inhalation followed by the chanting of the na sound. Inhale. Again. Feel the soothing resonance in the head as you chant. The last round. Please lie down in Shavasana. Feet about a foot apart, hands a little away from the body, palms facing upwards, eyes closed, slow and deep breathing. As you breathe in, the abdomen moves out. As you breathe out, the abdomen moves in. Let a wave of relaxation spread throughout your body. Your body should be so relaxed that every time you breathe out, you should have a feeling of sinking into the mat. As you breathe in, you float upwards. As you breathe out, you drop on the mat like a stone. Feet close together. The left arm overhead. Bend the right leg. Place the right hand on the abdomen. Pressing the right foot against the mat, turn to the left hand side. Bring the right hand down to the mat in front of you. Taking the support of both the hands, sit up slowly. Sit in a meditative posture with the eyes closed. We'll end the session with a prayer. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palms. Cup the palms and place them in front of the eyes. The hands should be in front of the eyes, close to the eyes, but not actually touching them. Enjoy the eyes relaxing in warmth and total darkness. Bring the hands down slowly along the body. Come to a meditative posture. Open your eyes with a few blinks. Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. What I was saying was that I agree that this class went on a little beyond half an hour. But that happened because the aim of these courses like this one is to take the participants towards becoming yoga teachers. And therefore, the instructions were quite in detail. Not the most detailed, that's what we did in Yes.01, but still considerably in detail. On the other hand, if you have students in a regular class who have taken 5 or 6 classes already, you don't have to give that detailed instructions. You might just have to name the asana and they will be able to do it, maybe with a little hint from you actually doing a bit of the practice. Secondly, the explanations for why we can skip for this type of a group asanas like Prishthabhumi Tadasana, Kati Chakrasana, and Kapalabhati would not be required in a real class. And that will also save time. You might also ask why skip Kapalabhati if only some of them have contraindications and others don't have. The reason why we skipped it was because in a real class, you'll find that even if you say that these are the contraindications, those who have these contraindications, please don't do this practice. You'll find that once you give the instructions, all of them will start doing the practice. And therefore, it's better to skip for all of them than to try and just depend upon telling them that those who have contraindications, please don't do it. So if you your instructions are less detailed and you don't give explanations for why we are skipping something and so on, you'll find that this much of practices can easily fit into about half an hour. And as I said at the beginning, if you are not doing a part of doing as a part of a group, you're doing it on your own, then of course you go by the what you feel. I mean, go by your own capacities, listen to your own body, and try and see how much you can do. And if at all you have any doubts, better to make a mistake on the side of doing less of practices or making them less strenuous rather than more. So now we can take up any questions that you might have. Are there any questions in the chat? Tomorrow we'll have a theory session and that will be on high blood pressure.
All right, then maybe we can close with a moment of silence today's session. All right, thank you, everyone.